But yeah,
Oh my God.
what movies do we have for the rest of the second half of the show?
For the second half of the show, we have Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and The Shape of Water. That's what we're going to be reviewing. And we'll see how long we want to go, if time will allow for maybe one more film, if we'll just wait till next week if we want to end the show early. So we'll see. But for sure, Jumanji and The Shape of Water is what we got coming
Which one are you going to start off with?
Jumanji.
We'll start off, yeah. That way more people can talk to the end.
Second,
Yeah. Yeah. You had your fun, Steve.
Taking the back seat.
So yeah, let's just start off with Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which was a surprise box office hit. Like, we knew it was going to be a hit, but we didn't know, like, it was going to be this big.
We didn't think it was
Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
We didn't think it was going to be a hit if people would actually enjoy it also.
Yeah, like, that's one thing that surprised me. Is like, I thought it looked good. I thought we all thought it looked good. It looked funny. Yeah. But then when I watched the movie, me and my brothers went and saw it, and it was really good. It was really funny.
My Aunt D even thought this movie was funny.
It is. Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Karen Gillan, and Nick Jonas. It was really
Nick
fun.
Jonas was in this?
Yeah.
He's in the trailer.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who he is in the movie, but he's in the trailer.
Okay.
You gotta watch the trailer again, buddy.
So the movie Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, to give the synopsis, it is a sequel to the 1996 Jumanji movie with Robin Williams and Bonnie Hunt. And what it is, it literally picks up right where the last one left off.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It's not a remake?
No. Like, I thought it was a remake. Yeah, same. I thought it was a remake, but then the movie, it starts off in 1996. And it picks up right where the last one left off, because the last one left off with the board game washed up on the beach.
Yeah.
And so the first scene...
Japan.
It wasn't Japan.
Where was it?
In the first one?
Yeah.
Was it Japan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Japan.
Because it was not Japan in Welcome to the Jungle.
Okay.
Anyway, we gotta read it after. We could be wrong. Yeah. And so it picks up. The first scene of the film is the game washed up on the beach, the board game, and this kid comes and picks it up. This kid named Alex. He comes and picks it up. It's 1996. Takes it home. Can't play the board. He doesn't play the board game because he thinks board games suck. Video games are what's in. The game transforms itself into a little game console. It was like Nintendo. It was like a Nintendo game console where you like clicked it in.
Like the Super Nintendo.
That's it. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's Super Nintendo.
But yeah, where it's like a little
cartridge.
Yeah, and you put it in the little. It just sticks out.
The port.
Yeah.
Put it in the port.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow.
And so it transforms itself, and once it transforms itself into a little game, then Alex picks it up and is like, "All right, video game." Like, he forgets that it was a board game. It's just like, "All right, video game," and he gets sucked into the game. Then we flash forward 10 years later, 2016, and
You mean 2006?
20 years later, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I can't do math. It's late. 10:40. God, I'm sorry. They fixed the clock finally. It's not 2 hours. I just noticed. I'm sorry. I just noticed that the clock's not 2 hours behind. Anyway, getting back on track. Sorry. 20 years later, 2016. God, I feel like an idiot. Yes, I know I am. So we see Spencer, Fridge, Martha, and what was the other chick's name? The hot chick. What was her name? It was
I can look it up.
You can look it up. Yeah, the cool girl. Bethany. I think it was Bethany.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds like a popular girl name.
But so we flash forward, and these 4 kids get detention one way or another. Like, you'll go see the movie and see like how each of them got detention. So they have detention together, and then detention, they find the game console. And as we've seen in the trailer, like they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna stick around, clean up this janitor closet in detention. We're gonna play this game," and they get sucked into the game as Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, and Jack Black. And Dwayne Johnson, he is supposed to be the skinny, nerdy kid. Kevin Hart is supposed to be the big, athletic, tall kid.
Football player.
Yeah. And Martha, who's Karen Gillan plays Martha, is supposed to be the shy, quiet girl. And then Jack Black plays the cool, popular, like, hot chick. And
see, everyone.
Yeah, you were right. It is Bethany.
Everyone, when they saw the trailer, was like, "Oh my god, that's gonna be so stupid. I don't want to watch." Jack
I feel like
Black
it worked
be a
out pretty well.
Girl for 2 hours, and I
It
was like,
was-
"I do."
There was one scene in the movie with him and Kevin Hart where he had to go to the bathroom.
Oh
But-
no!
And the way
My
that
aunt told me
the
about
way
that
Kevin
scene.
Hart and like Dwayne Johnson were explaining it to him because he's a
Yeah.
girl, and so they were explaining it to him. He's like, just do this, and you're ready to go. It was just funny the way they were explaining it, but the movie, it's just like the first Jumanji, where you have to complete the game in order for you to get out, for you to escape the game. Like, you have to finish playing the game and get to the end of it.
Looked it up. It was in France in the end of the movie.
It was.
In the first one, it was in France.
It was not. Wow. Continuity. That's a big continuity error.
Yeah.
That is a huge continuity error. But
maybe it traveled from France.
Don't
stop,
defend it.
Stop.
Don't defend the continuity error. You look so disappointed.
But
I tried.
but when they first get sucked into the game, there's 5 characters in the game, and there's 4 of them. They couldn't click on one character because one of the characters was already chosen. Alex. So as the movie goes on and the game goes on, that's where they find Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas is Alex. Yeah, from 1996. And when they find Nick Jonas, then it's the 5 of them together, and it just adventure and comedy just collide and go forth from there.
Okay, I want to see this.
I really wanted to see it.
Guys,
and I never got to see
when me and my brother saw this movie, we all walked out of the theater, and I think my youngest brother, my oldest youngest brother, Seth, he brought it up and said, guys, I would rather go see this movie again over The Last Jedi. And
That's saying something.
no, like, honestly, me and my youngest brother, Luke, we agree, like, I would go see Jumanji again for a second time over The Last Jedi. Last Jedi's good and entertaining, but this movie, it was everything. It was comedy, it was action, adventure, it's a family film. Like, this movie...
Also, I forgot to mention this when we reviewed Last Jedi, but when I saw Last Jedi during the weekend, we saw it, the other theater behind, where we the screen behind where we were watching Last Jedi was also playing Last Jedi, but it was a little bit ahead. We didn't hear any spoilers, but we just heard back. I think it was either behind or ahead. I don't remember, but we heard background. We heard other Last Jedi stuff in the movie. We're just it's so loud on the other side.
When me and my brothers went and saw Jumanji, Last Jedi was playing in the theater next to us.
And you could hear it.
Yeah, and so when we were watching the movie and a big noise was happening, me and my brothers were just oh, yeah, this is happening now in the other theater. Yep, this is happening. Well, that's happening now.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. I'm just there's stuff happening on the other side, and I couldn't put my finger on if it was ahead or behind the movie. I just didn't know where it was.
But I highly, highly recommend seeing Jumanji. Welcome to the Jungle. Last Jedi was #1 at the box office for 3 weeks. During 2 of those weeks, last 2 weeks, Jumanji was in the theater, and then Jumanji got full steam ahead and was #1 for 3 weeks at the box office after Star Wars had its fun. But it deserves the recognition, the audience's attention it's getting. It is a really funny film. It's a good family film. Anybody of any age would like this film.
So could you say that this is a good video game movie?
Don't you even start that.
Anyways,
You don't touch that area of topics.
We touched Assassin's Creed.
Hey, you did it on your own volition.
Fair.
Yeah, you see, I don't do it.
I'm gonna go see Tomb Raider. So.
See, I want to, then we can
Oh, you've seen it too?
I want to go see it.
Hey, Tomb Raider.
Go judge
Let's
Tomb
go.
Raider and see if that's a good video game movie.
I hope it is.
I want it to be, but also want to
You
say
can't mess up Tomb Raider.
The
honestly.
second,
There's no way.
Didn't you say they couldn't mess up Assassin's Creed and they did?
You need to stop saying these things.
This is how you jinx films.
And did you see the other two Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider?
Okay,
movies?
they can't
Weren't
mess
those
up.
on their own thing though.
They can't mess up
Wait, what?
Tomb Raider again.
You'd be surprised.
Say it for the fourth time. Say they can't mess it up the fourth time. I mean, like it'll skip the third one, which is this one.
Say it one more time.
They can't mess up Tomb Raider again.
Okay.
I feel like that'll do it.
Now stop. Now stop. But really, like, I don't have much else. Like, the jokes were funny. Jack Black was hilarious playing a teenage girl. Like, they each got to see. They each got to see what like their strengths and weaknesses were. And Kevin Hart's weaknesses were like he's slow, he can't eat cake, he's not strong. The only thing he does was
carry the
backpack that has Dwayne Johnson's weapons, and he's good with zoology, which he has a really funny quote towards the end of the movie with zoology. For those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It is hilarious, but and then Karen Gillan, like her character can do fight dances. She can stare during like blinking contests and not blink. And then Dwayne Johnson, like, he's the full pack. Like, I can run. I have super strength. I have intense glares, and they just happen naturally. Yeah, that was one of the things.
And he's a weapons expert.
Yes, and he's a weapons expert. And then Jack Black his character was like he can read maps, and there's something there were like two like he's good with health, like he knows medicine, and there was like something else that he does, and I can't remember what it was, but it was just funny seeing because they were like the opposites, you know, like because Kevin Hart's real character was an athlete in high school.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite.
It's the exact, yeah. And then Dwayne Johnson was a nerdy, skinny kid, and now it's the exact opposite for him. He's big and fast, but strong. It's funny. And everybody know, like, if you've seen Central Intelligence, that's with Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. Funny movie, and so it's the same chemistry here. And then you just got the addition of Jack Black and Karen Gillan, and it was a good combo of those four. It was a really good combo with the comedy.
I was one of the people that when I first saw the trailer, I was like, that's gonna be good, and everyone was like, no, it's not.
I thought it looked decent.
I was like
the trailer. I thought the trailer, yeah, it looked decent, but I highly recommend like everybody go see this movie for good entertainment. Go see it. But I think that's about all I've got. Like it was really funny.
Yeah,
rating. Really good. I do have a rating. I would give Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. I give it a 7.2. I would give it a 7.2. Maybe 0.1, maybe 0.3, but 7.2 for now.
Good.
It's good. It's surprisingly, like, it's better than what you would think for a good, like, action, comedy, family film even.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright. That's Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Now we'll move on to The Shape of Water, which, as mentioned earlier, has been nominated for 13 Oscar nominations. Why? Why?
Hey, it was a joke, so I took the opportunity.
Fair. But yeah, so Shape of Water nominated for 13 Oscar nominations, the most this year, and leading the pack. So, Brendan, do you want to go ahead and give a synopsis what it's about?
Sure.
You and I saw this film. Sorry, Steven. But
yeah. Okay. So, The Shape of Water takes place in the 1960s. We follow Sally Hawkins' character. I can't remember. Eliza. That's right. We follow Sally Hawkins' character, Eliza. She is deaf, and she lives in like. I guess it's like a duplex. Is it a duplex?
Yeah.
It's like two apartments side by side.
Right.
With her neighbor. Oh God, what's his name?
Richard Jenkins is the actor.
Yeah, Richard Jenkins plays him.
I can't remember. I can look it up.
Anyway. Because she's deaf, she has a routine that she follows every single day, and she works with Oh my God!
Octavia
Spencer. I'm sorry. I'm really not good with names tonight.
No,
she works with
right.
Octavia Spencer at kind of like a. It's kind of. Would you say it's like a military base?
It's
like it's like an experimentation.
Yeah, it's like it's like secret, like government.
Yeah, it's a government sponsored base.
Because it's during the Cold War.
Yeah, because obviously they're at war. They're racing the Russians.
Yeah, the Soviets for who's got the bigger nukes and who's got better technology.
So it takes place with that, and Eliza and Octavia Spencer's character, which I can't remember the name of, they work at this base. They're janitors, basically. Mm-hmm. And we see Michael Shannon's character. Can't remember the character's name, but it's Michael Shannon.
Yeah, right.
He comes in with a group carrying this tank. And, they take it into this area for experimentation. What we find out is that it is a creature. I am so sorry.
Oh, I thought that was Steven.
What we find out is that it's a creature, and they're using that to sort of like prepare themselves with the Russians. So they're doing experiments on it so they can be better than the Russians. That's basically the plot of it. Something happens with Michael Shannon. You see it in the trailer. And it's a very touching story because we see Eliza get close with the creature. Mm-hmm. The creature is played by Doug Jones.
Is the creature Abe Sapien from Hellboy?
No. I know. Okay, I'm going to get into that whenever I talk about the movie. Because anyway, basically, Eliza and the creature connect. Michael Shannon's character wants to experiment on the creature, get even with the creature for something that it does, and that's basically where the story takes us from there. Mm-hmm. They really kind of throw you into it. Like, it doesn't take long to set up.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like...
It's just, like, this is it.
They're like, yo, this is happening, this is who this is. This is happening, this is who this is. This is happening, this is what that is. Let's get on with the plot.
Yeah.
I really liked that. It did not mess around with setting up characters for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I
hate those movies. I hate them.
Levi and anyone else that knows me knows that I was really excited to see this movie.
Yeah, you were.
I was really excited to see this movie. I've not seen many Guillermo del Toro movies.
This is the only one of his I've seen.
Last one I saw was disappointing because I watched Crimson Peak.
Oh,
with Jessica Chastain
and Tom
Hiddleston. Yeah.
See, that looked really good, and I really wanted to see it, but then I heard it was not good.
Me and Pedro saw when we were freshmen, and it was something. Like, it wasn't like horrible. It wasn't horrible, but I'm like, it wasn't like entertaining. And I've seen Guillermo del Toro movies beforehand. I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
I was gonna say, like, that's the only other one of his.
He did both Hellboys.
I loved both Hellboy movies.
I've seen both. That's like the only one I've like.
Those are really the only Guillermo del Toro movies that I've seen. Yeah. However, I will say that all of his movies have looked interesting to me, and I've wanted to watch them.
I have to watch Pan's Labyrinth because I've heard it's very good.
He's a very visionary director.
He has a vision. He is a very creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Crimson Peak was very creative, but it just didn't execute.
That's fair. Build these worlds, sometimes they don't.
Yeah. But anyway, I want to bring this up right now. I am very upset that this movie is not nominated for makeup. Because the creature was all makeup.
Only the creature?
People had to put makeup on their faces.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like...
You see, it's things like that, like 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago, it was 2015.
All I'm saying...
No, 2 years ago.
I'm saying...
Last year.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if Suicide Squad could get nominated for makeup and hairstyling, So could The Shape of Water.
But no, you see, like, I have to say this: Suicide Squad had more makeup and hairstyling than Shape of Water did. It was just one dude. Yes, I know. Yes. And that's
The Shape of Water had Killer Croc.
You mean Suicide Squad?
Yeah. Don't you know Shape of Water is associated with DC? They put Killer Croc in it. That's the creature the whole time.
But it was like 2 years ago. I was upset because The Revenant had been nominated Best Visual Effects, Best Film Editing, and Best Production Design.
Was the only affected like the bear?
Yeah. The bear and the horse. That was like the only visual effects. And I was like, you got nominated for this. And the production design was literally just the boat and the fort. That was it. That was it.
The Academy really was reaching to get that song, get thrown in the war for something.
But see, that's why I'm upset. If they can nominate The Revenant for that, they could have.
I know, but I'm saying that I don't think The Revenant should have been nominated for those. Is what I'm saying.
I know that's what he's saying. He's saying like
I'm saying that I think Shape of Water should have been
because
nominated.
a film that has like there's like menial, like just small.
Yes, because.
Effects.
The makeup was throughout the whole movie. Like, the creature was so important to the plot, and we focused on it so much that any moment that the makeup didn't look right, we would have noticed. And it was consistent throughout the whole thing. And it was...
I mean, that is fair, yes.
Like, it was an actual person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
That's why I think it should have been nominated for makeup, and I'm very upset that it's not.
I guess my thing is just, like, it's just one person is the thing. I know. Like, that's why I don't agree with, like, Revenants, visual effects and production. Like, it was, like, two things, and that was it. Like, it did not need those nominations.
Yeah. We all know everyone's thoughts on last year's winner. Because Star Trek Beyond should have won.
It should.
Yeah. I don't know what the
Academy, no offense to the Academy, but last year, like, their winners, it was just...
This year, some of the nominations are, like, dumb. Like, The Boss Baby and Ferdinand being up for Best Animated.
For animated,
Lego Batman should be in there.
But this is for another. This is for the Oscars.
This is for a different time. We need to focus on The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
For me personally, I really enjoyed this movie. I really, really enjoyed this movie. My expectations were not too high. I believe that The Shape of Water did meet my expectations. However, with any movie, there was one scene that I thought was a bit weird, but I could understand where they were going with it. Levi didn't think it was weird because...
I didn't think it was weird. I thought it was a little, like, I understand. It was a little out of place, but at the same time, like, I thought it didn't interrupt the flow too majorly.
It didn't interrupt the flow too majorly. I just thought it was a bit out of place, and I felt like it wasn't entirely necessary, but I understand why they still kept it on.
Yeah.
The music in this movie was really good.
The score?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I really liked the music in this movie.
Duplot's score is really good.
Sally Hawkins, she did a good job.
She did?
She did a very good job. Mm-hmm. When your character is deaf, and you can't speak throughout the whole movie, and you can still convey so much emotion.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's all visual.
And I could say the exact same thing for the creature.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have dialogue.
He had no dialogue, and yet you could almost always feel how he felt.
Body language is where it's at.
And Doug Jones. I love Doug Jones.
It always goes back to the old days, black and white silent films. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's visual, facial expressions, your body language.
Doug Jones works with Guillermo del Toro a lot.
Yeah, he's like one of them.
A lot.
He's
like I feel like I feel
films.
like he has a contract with Guillermo del Toro where he has to appear in every single thing. Guillermo del, because he's even appeared in The Strain.
It's like Samuel Jackson,
FX
Quentin
TV
Tarantino.
Show. Yeah,
like you gotta appear in every single film.
I gotta go back and check the credit for Crimson Peak because I don't remember him being in.
Maybe he wasn't. I know that he is in most.
I gotta go back and check because I don't. He might have been in it. I don't remember.
Michael Shannon, he did a good job, but
as always,
it's like this isn't to like downplay Michael Shannon because I love Michael Shannon as an actor.
Yeah,
but it's just Michael Shannon.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing that we've seen him do.
He's good playing a bad guy like
the way that I described it was it's basically Zod but in the '60s.
Yeah,
which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I love Michael Shannon. It's just that he's a good bad guy. You can take any bad guy role.
He's a good He's a good asshole.
Yeah. You can take any villain role and have Michael Shannon play that villain, and he would do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Jenkins did a pretty good job. He had some very heartfelt moments with Sally Hawkins' character, Eliza. Octavia Spencer also did a really good job. The production for this movie, like the sets.
The production design?
Yes, I really liked. Really liked it.
I like what stood out to me the most was not just the apartment complexes, but the lair where they keep the amphibian man.
Yeah, where they keep the creature.
Mm-hmm. Because the production design in there, it was very Guillermo del Toro. Yes, it was very, very. You could tell it was his film with the production design in there.
Yes, I really liked it. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of, I did not expect there to be as much color in this film as there was.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the lighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lots of blues, lots of yellows. Mm-hmm. Like you could tell that it was the '60s.
Yeah.
But also, like, anything involving the creature was very blue, which I really liked. Oh my god, it was so pretty. So pretty. This was probably my second or third favorite film of 2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Behind Blade Runner and Wonder Woman, or just
no, Blade Runner and Lady Bird.
Oh, really? I
yes.
didn't know Lady Bird was on here.
Lady Bird was really good.
Wow.
Because, like, I'm looking back and I'm like, Wonder Woman was good, but there were better movies.
Wow, I didn't know you liked Lady Bird as much as...
That's why I'm thinking Lady Bird is number 3.
Okay. So, when we reviewed Lady Bird and, like, the way you talk about Wonder Woman, the whole summer, like, I couldn't...
now, I'm looking back on Lady Bird.
Yeah.
And Lady Bird is really good.
It is. It's a good coming-of-age film.
Uh-huh. So now I'm thinking, like, my favorite movies of 2017 were Blade Runner 2049, Shape of Water, Lady Bird, and then probably Wonder Woman.
Nice.
No. Not Wonder Woman. I keep forgetting Logan came out in 2017.
Oh.
No, that's a thought I just randomly had that also a little bit upsets me, but then I understand why it's not in there.
What?
I was thinking of, like, because when does the season end for movies to get put into nominations for Oscars?
Oh, it can go from the beginning of the year to the end. That's why, like Phantom Thread came out Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That's December 25th.
I was thinking about, why is it not in it for, like, effects?
Makeup and hairstyle.
Why is it not in it for makeup and hairstyle?
Because it's just one dude without makeup and hairstyle.
No, there were also, like, other effects in the movie as well.
No, I know, yeah.
And that's from just, like, they were pretty good. It could have been nominated.
Maybe Chapter 2 when we get the adults.
Maybe Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is probably gonna definitely, hopefully, one of the first part 1.
Yeah, no, vote because they don't start. It doesn't open the ballots for voting for nominees.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't open till after the first of the year.
Yeah,
and then it closes like January 20th.
It could have definitely gotten in there for like visual effects along with Shape of Water.
What happens? Wonder Woman got shown.
Yeah, Wonder Woman got shown out.
I don't care enough.
Continue, yeah.
Yeah, basically I've said everything that I need to say. There was not a lot of problems I really had with this movie. I thought this movie was actually pretty consistent. Like I said, there was one scene that seemed kind of off to me, but I understand why it was there. This movie had good comedy in it too.
Yeah.
Like there were a lot of funny moments. However, the theater that I watched it in took each comedic moment and like drew it out, and was like, okay, it maybe deserved like a like a chuckle.
Yeah.
It does not deserve like laugh out loud. There's no need.
Yeah.
The theater I watched it was just
Landmark. Yeah, I saw it at Ronnie's.
I didn't want to wait to see it at Ronnie's. I wanted to see it before.
That's fair. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be in KC over winter break. It wasn't in Kansas City at all over winter break. I had to come back here to see it.
Yeah, and see, I didn't want to wait that long.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, when you're excited for it.
I was really excited
for it. Yeah.
Like I saw the first trailer and I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good movie." And I was right. 13 nominations.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I really enjoyed this movie. It's very heartfelt, very beautiful. Just, I wouldn't say fun, but it's just very good. Very good. That's all. Oh yeah, there was a rumor going around as soon as they saw the creature in the trailer. They were like, "Oh, Guillermo del Toro's directing this movie. Guillermo del Toro also directed Hellboy. I bet that's Abe Sapien from Hellboy." It's not. Stop saying that it is. It's an entirely different color than Abe Sapien. I'm colorblind and I can tell that.
Oh, God.
Just, it's not.
It's people. That's people for you.
It's not Abe Sapien. Stop saying that it is. That's all.
Okay.
I hit my hand on the knob.
Oh, boy.
Ratings?
Nice.
No, he's got a review.
Excuse me.
I forgot. You were talking for so long.
Excuse you.
It's a movie.
I know, I understand.
He talked a lot for Star Wars.
He did.
Yeah.
You just went on for a while, forgot that Levi still had to talk.
Oh, okay.
No, I liked Shape of Water. I thought it was good. I just wasn't blown away with it as much as like it's been hyped. Like 13 Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
And I'm not blown away with. I wasn't blown away with it. So like the hype, I don't think it wasn't hyped up real bad. It was just like very well advertised. Like, hey, look at this. It's Guillermo del Toro. Everybody's loving it. Critics are liking it. Audiences are liking it. Look at all the awards attention it's getting. So I was like, okay, it has to be a good movie for it to have this much attention. Audience, critics, and awards. Like it has to be good. And it was good. I liked it. It just, for me, like, I mean, we all know it's a cliche love story, but it's fine because it also depends like how it's executed. And for being a cliche love story, like it was still good. With he's a completely different creature, and she's a human being. They both have similarities. They're both lonely. They both can't talk. They're both mute. And they find each other. Yeah. They find each other through that, and they end up falling in love. And you got your typical bad guy, like, this is my creature, I want the creature. You got your best friends, like Octavia Spencer, Richard Jenkins, and...
where is it? Where is the creature?
But...
Tell me, Eliza!
Michael Sheen. I really liked the lighting in this film. Like, the cinematography, I liked. Especially, like, the lighting. Between, like, the lighting and the camera, it was the lighting that I really enjoy more. The colors, as you said, very blue, gold, little bit of green is what I saw.
Green, lots of green.
The production design, really, like you said, really good. Costume designs, typical for, the 60s. We've seen that in other 60 movies. The score, I really, really, really enjoyed the score. For a while, I was just thinking it was, like, different. Like, we've heard these tunes before from other films, or, like, different soundtracks that have already been composed already by a long time ago, other composers of different nationalities. But no, this was, like, Alexandre's original score, and it was... that was one thing, I guess, that really blew me away. The whole film was probably the one thing of the whole film that did blow me away was the score. I really enjoyed the score. Del Toro's very visionary. He is bring like the way he wants to tell it, the way he shows it. So I liked it. I thought it was good. It just didn't blow me away. Was all. I didn't like. Wasn't. It didn't blow my skirt up or wasn't head over heels for it. So, but I still liked it. I just, like I said, I don't know if I myself would give it the amount of like awards recognition that it's giving.
And then there's me who's like, yes.
no, I
give it the awards.
I think everything it was nominated for, it deserves the nomination.
I mean, I would personally be very happy if it won like Best Director and Best Motion Picture.
Yeah.
I would be.
I mean, that's the trail it's on right now.
Yeah, I know you really like Three Billboards.
Yeah.
And are wanting that to win. So.
Yeah. I just think, yeah. It's like The Shape of Water is good. Like it's on the right track for winning. It would be the first fantasy film since Lord of the Rings to win Best Picture.
And it would be Guillermo del Toro's first Oscar, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. If he won director or Best Picture or original screenplay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because he's nominated for all
three: original screenplay, director.
I mean, did you see how many times his name was in the credits?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did it all. He produced, he directed, he wrote, he did
everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he pulled Tommy Wiseau.
Except he did it good.
Lots of dudes pull Tommy Wiseau.
I know, but he's not.
But I don't think they've ever pulled it off as good as Guillermo del Toro has.
Yeah, he's nominated for all of it.
Well, tons of guys have been nominated for all of it. He's pulled like. Okay. All right. Fine. All right. But so yeah, it was very good. I don't know, like problems wise, like what problems I had with it.
See, I'm the same. Like nothing stood out to me.
Yeah, like nothing.
There was no
major.
like plot holes or anything that bothered me.
Like I'd have to go back and see it again to find like problems, and what problems I would find though, it would probably be just minor problems.
I kind of really want to go and see it again.
It's at Ronnie's, and now that it's nominated, it's probably gonna stay there. So. Because everybody gonna be like, I gotta go see it. Yeah, everybody, I gotta go see it.
It'll stay, and hopefully, like everything else that's come past is gonna come back in the theaters.
It already, like they've announced, like half the Best Picture nominees are coming back to the even.
Does that mean Get Out's coming back in the
theaters?
It is.
They said like this Friday.
Because I want to go see it.
They said this Friday both Get Out and Dunkirk are coming back to the theater.
Oh. I gotta go see Dunkirk.
They're coming back. To the
I gotta
theater.
go see it.
I looked it up, and it's not playing in any IMAX. I know, because I wanted to go see it again in IMAX. I looked at Ronnie's. I looked at the OmniMax at the St. Louis Science Center. It is not playing at any IMAX theater. I know. I even looked back home at Kansas City to see if it's playing in Kansas City, and it's not.
Or if it's playing anywhere in
Road trip. 4 out. I know. I looked it up.
Why would they not put it?
Get Out is coming. To
IMAX?
No, but to one AMC that's like a 30-minute drive away.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, it's the only theater around.
Even though it's up for best film, best director, best actor, and best original screenplay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's probably not.
It's not winning anything.
Come back and
Oh my God, do you think they're gonna put the 20-minute?
No, you know they're not. you know they're not.
What? Olaf's?
Yes.
Olaf's Frozen Adventure.
Put that back in front of it was nominated Best Animated Short. I'm kidding. It wasn't. I think everybody would be upset.
There'd be just like Best Animated Short. Frozen. Olaf's Adventure.
Everyone would be like,
stop.
No.
No.
You already blew with Boss Baby and Ferdinand. We don't need this.
Back to Shape of Water.
Yeah. But yeah, like it was good. Go see it. Yeah. Go see it. It's out now. It's gonna stay. It's either gonna start coming back to more theaters, or it's gonna stay in theaters now that it's earned its nominations. It's because everybody gonna go see it now. So, do we want to rate it now, or do we have anything else to say? All right.
I don't really have anything else to add.
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You can go ahead and go first.
All right. I would give The Shape of Water probably 7.5 or 7.4. Probably more 7.5. I would give The Shape of Water.
All right.
Yeah.
The Shape of Water. I'm going to take your score and and bump it up one hole. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Oh.
Hey, it could have been 2 holes.
Could have been 9.5.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna give The Shape of Water an 8.5.
Okay.
All
right. Well, we'll probably just end it there. We got 15 minutes left. I don't got time to go into either I, Tanya, or the post. We'll save them for next week. So, yeah. Make sure you do tune in next week. We'll have we're gonna try and have our first guest next week. We'll make that announcement once we find out officially who it is. So be looking at our Facebook page for who it possibly could be, and just make sure you keep tuning in. Tune in next week now that we're back, 9:30 to 11:30, still same time Wednesday nights, and we just got more movies coming up that we've seen or that we're going to go see in the future.
Yeah.
Or no, not that you should go see in the future that we've already seen. So, anything else that you guys want to add or anything? No, not really.
Okay.
We good? All right. Well, if that's the case, Steven, you're having your radio show back this Friday night? Or are you going to try?
If I can get in here
tomorrow.
If I can get here Friday night, then yeah, because I was going to have it last week, but I couldn't get in because Webster had a power outage. And therefore all of our ID numbers got knocked off the system. But Brendan's is good.
My ID card works. That's how we got in.
Yeah. I have to either get a new one, which would be grateful because mine is broken in half.
Oh. Well, you're gonna have to get a new one. Everybody's gotta go get.
I have to get a new one anyway, so that's great. And then hopefully by that time my ID will be set back into the system here, and I can come in and do my show Friday night, same time, 9:30 to 11:30. Because we're gonna do it. I have new music as I do every single week because I update my playlist daily. So 1,500 songs. Not 15,000.
That's a lot.
I listen to a lot of music.
Either way, that's a lot.
Hey, I gotta get all the areas.
Fair.
All right. Well, then that's it for tonight. So signing off.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Levi. This is your station, your voice, the Galaxy Radio, the CineManiacs. We will see you all next week. I'm aware. Yes, we are.